Afternoon, Gary.
Good afternoon, Rich.
Still got snow hanging out there?
Yeah, you betcha. Considerable amount.
Yeah, me too. Me too. It's okay.
You got icicles.
You got icicles. I
Oh,
like
a bunch
icicles.
of icicles, yes.
Yeah. Don't want one of them puppies to fall on you, but you know.
Well, they won't fall on us. They're in areas that we don't tread,
okay.
but we can see them real well.
Okay. Yeah, well, we're just kind of snowed in at the bottom of the hill here. So it's just me and my wife doing a little house cleaning, drinking a little coffee, reading a book, just kind of hanging out, watching sports. And there certainly has been a lot.
Haven't been watching any basketball, have you?
Oh, yeah, I've been watching basketball. Lots of it. I'll be watching tonight. So anyway, but we got the Houston Oilers. We got the Houston Oilers coming down.
Actually, no, we played the Houston Oilers last week.
Right, we played the Houston Oilers last week. That's right. So we have the Texans this week. Whoa! I just hit my tripod. Can you still see me? Yeah. So we got Houston. You know, so their record, Gary, is 4-11, but they've won 3 in a row. So all of a sudden they're playing really good football. It's only the 5th time that these guys have played, and we're 3-2 against these guys. I think the Niners got to play win or lose football in the next 2 games. And yes. In the last, before the Titans game, Vegas had the Niners 91% assured of making the playoffs. With this loss, that dropped it down to 58%. And I think what Vegas is looking at is that Ram game, but we'll talk about that later. First thing we have to do is beat the Texans, and we have to win this game.
Yes,
I mean, this is a you cannot lose.
There's no excuse not to win this game.
There isn't any excuse. They don't even know which quarterback they're going to use yet. So they're in trouble.
And Mitchell's coming back.
Elijah Mitchell's coming back. Yeah, that's huge for the Niners. And they've developed some great backup running backs while he was out too, right? I mean,
yes.
A couple guys really came through, and so now they can run by committee. Couldn't do that earlier this year. That's big. That keeps guys fresh. So you're right, but I don't like a team that's 4-11 but has won 3 in a row. That just makes me nervous. What do you think's going on there? Have you watched any of these guys?
Yeah, they're susceptible to what we do.
How's that?
Their defensive line, the defense in the box is very susceptible to misdirection.
Okay.
I noticed that.
Okay.
So that ought to really help.
Oh man,
we won't have to do anything different than what we like to do.
Mm-hmm.
And if we can get that going, if we can get the run game going, the pass game will go.
We should be able to get the run game going. As I've said many times, I don't think going up the middle is going to do it. I think we're going to have to break some stuff to the outside to loosen that front 7 up. And who better to do that than Debo?
And that's where they're most susceptible, is the outside.
Yeah.
What I saw.
We need to be sending Mitchell and the other running backs outside too. We don't want their defense to get comfortable saying, "Oh, this guy's in the backfield, they're going to run this play. This guy's in the backfield, they're going to do this." We don't want to make it easy on them.
Well, Mitchell can run inside or outside.
Yep.
He can run inside when the play's designed outside, and he can run outside while the play's designed inside. He's just he's really good at finding the holes in the defense to run through.
Yeah. Let me ask you about something. And we didn't bring this. I didn't bring this up when we were talking about the last game, but I think it affects this game as well. In that last game against the Titans, and again, we don't want to beat a dead horse. We've already talked about these guys, but the end of the half, there was a minute 20 seconds left, and all we did was kneel out and get out of there with a 7-point lead, right? I don't think we can do anything like that anymore. And I also think that showed that Shanahan was nervous about Jimmy that day. If we're going to play like that, we're playing not to lose instead of playing to win. What do you think? What do you think? Did you see that? Is that?
Yeah, I didn't think it was that big a deal. I thought that was probably time to go in and regroup. Trouble is that they didn't regroup very well.
Yeah, that's for sure.
I think it was a great idea. It just didn't work.
So, looking forward to a team like Houston, who is susceptible, as you point out, to the run and misdirection plays. Given that, I think someone like Juice could have a really big game if we can hit it.
Yes.
You got everybody, especially with misdirection plays, because the Niners do that very well. And he could be standing by himself 10 yards downfield. And we do that a couple times when we're really losing. I think we have to do things a little bit different to make sure we win and never stop playing. What you got concerns about this weekend?
Well, I've always got a few concerns. But,
sure.
We have to stay in our lanes when we pass rush.
Mm-hmm.
I noticed that they were splitting the pass rushers apart and running up the middle. That happened quite a bit.
Yeah.
But we're pretty good at that. I mean, we got the guys in the middle that stuff the middle up.
Yeah. Yeah, we do. We do. We can definitely
clog. If we can't win this game, well, we have no business in the playoffs, because this team is designed to be susceptible to what we do.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And maybe they can go in and change a bunch of that. But boy, it's kind of late in the season to change that kind of an aspect to your team.
And they've got stuff going on. I'm sorry about that. They've got stuff going on in the locker room too. The coach isn't popular. They don't know what quarterback they want to use. There's a lot of questions about Houston altogether. They got a terrible record, right? So it's kind of interesting. We might see Mosley back this weekend, and we might see Dre Greenlaw back before the playoffs. But if Mosley can come back this weekend, given the game that our defensive backs just
Greenlaw may be back this week too.
So he might. So okay, because I saw
there's a chance.
Okay.
So
that would be huge.
Not Aziz, so no Aziz.
Aziz is out for the season, which kills me. Kills me, man. Oh man, he was playing so well. He was coming on so strong.
Yes.
That's a big loss for the 49ers. A big loss, especially when a team's breaking it outside. That guy's so fast. I mean, he was
well, he was freeing Fred up to do a lot of stuff too.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Can you imagine what that linebacker core would look like with the three of them, Greenlaw?
If they were healthy at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good linebacking core right there, and they're all young.
Yeah. And with the defensive line in front of them,
who's also I mean, at least we know two guys are going to be locked up. Certainly, those in the off season will lock up. So, and Armstead's already locked up. So, yeah, I mean, I think from a defensive standpoint, we have a really good shot at these guys. This guy, Davis Mills, appears to be the guy that started most of their games, but he's thrown 12 touchdowns and 9 interceptions. Those aren't very good numbers.
But he's learning.
Yeah. Young guys.
Well, his quarterback, the quarterback coach that's working with him, the coach that's working with him is the guy that brought Herbert along with the Chargers.
Oh, well.
So
that worked out pretty well, huh?
Yeah, it did.
Yeah.
And the Chargers, I don't think they were at full strength. I didn't recognize any of the names of the people that was out there.
Really, in this last game?
Yeah, this last game.
Boy, Houston.
But boy, they got spanked hard.
Man, Houston beat them up in 3 in a row, and they're playing like this. Man, this is a dangerous game. I'm nervous. I'm on the edge of my seat already. I don't know.
Now, I got faith in the guys. And, something I've been meaning to bring up is that, when you talk about the team, the coaches are part of that team.
Yeah.
It's not just the players, it's the coaches.
Right.
Right on down the line. And and I think that we'll be okay. I think that they're going to wake up after this last one. And
well, they can't look past this game.
No.
I don't think they will.
This should be a revenge game.
This should be one of those get back and show everybody what we can do games, right? And they'll be at home, which is great. So I mean, the deck is stacked in their favor. They're a 15-point favorite in this game. That's crazy. I think that's too much. I'll be honest with you. If I was betting on this game, I'd take Houston points. That's over 2 touchdowns.
I wouldn't.
Really? So you think we're going to really pound these?
Yeah, guys? I think that from the coaches all the way on down to the guys that carry the gear around for them are going to be just lined up, aimed, and ready to go.
I hope they're mad. Mad at themselves. I hope they take, personal responsibility for where they missed, and most of the 49er players can look in the mirror and say, I gotta do better. Mac, who is always a rock solid at center, had a bad game.
Yeah.
They were blowing him off the line, and he was getting.
Williams didn't have a real good game either.
He had the worst game of his season. I mean, he's the number 1 rated defensive player in the league at 98%, a rating of 98, and he got fried this last weekend. And I think that was intentional, and I think that was coaching. That they figured out how to take him out. They did try to chop block him, and they did get caught, and they did get a 15-yard penalty out of that. So, we should win this game. We have to win this game.
We better win this game.
Yeah. And you're right. Elijah Mitchell is in there. Juwan Jennings needs to start catching balls thrown his way. He dropped 2 in the last game. That was very painful. Kid will bounce back. I'm not worried about
that. Yeah. If we can get Debo to do something.
I know. What a slacker that guy.
Yeah.
Man, he's Boy, talk about an offensive
Maybe he
weapon.
can throw a touchdown pass.
You know what? I'd love to see them get a wide receiver come across and then throw a sideline pass. You know, why not?
Well, they've set that up a couple of times. It just hasn't.
They did. Yeah, they tried in the last game, and there was nobody to throw it to.
And what are we going to do for a punter?
Man, oh man, I got that one written down in my notes.
I know who the holder's going to be.
Who's that, Trey?
That Juice.
Oh, Juice.
He's done it in the past.
Okay. Well, that's a good thing.
I wonder if he can punt.
I don't know, but man, our punting game was really, really bad. The coverage was bad. The kicks, shanking the ball for 30 yards. I mean, that's the kind of stuff that just kills you. You know, the other team comes out, they're fired up. They got a gimme. Yeah, special teams is still kind of scary out there.
Well, especially without a punter.
Yeah. Well, we still have. How do you pronounce our punter's last name? The big Mitch. Yeah. I mean, he's still going to be punting for us, right? I mean,
no, he's on the COVID list.
Oh, he is. I didn't realize that.
Now there's a chance that but he's failed the test twice.
Oh, he's not going to be out there. Then there's no way.
He gets one more try later in the week.
I thought you had to have 2 in a row.
From what I understand, what I heard the Cutback guys, Alex and Ant, talking about it, they said that there's still a chance.
That's really interesting. These leagues are changing their protocol. The NBA just changed its protocol yesterday to go from 10 days to 6 days if you can get 2 negative readings in a row within 6 days. So they're trying to make it easier to get the players in, but they've got a huge problem. They're canceling games because they can't fill teams.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's not going to happen in football, right? You got 55 guys on the sideline and your practice squad, you're always going to be able to put a team out there.
Well, the good thing about it being the punter is that the punter's room only has one guy in it.
Yeah.
Whereas there was a running back or a quarterback or a wide receiver,
so did we
end up with chances of a lot more.
Did you hear if we picked anybody up, or if we're looking at anybody, or if we're looking?
Well, they've got to be looking. You know, they do that all the time, but I haven't been able to. I heard some conjecture was all.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't realize he was on COVID protocol. So foghorn for me, but boy, that's bad. I mean, we've had a true punter, great big punter, all year, who's had problems, and now we're gonna have. Now we don't know what we're gonna get. Oh, this doesn't make me feel good. Oh well, we'll have to see what happens, you know.
Well, it's no problem. We just get out there and score every drive. We don't have to worry about a punter.
Yeah, no punts, right? We just no punt, or we can go for it on 4th and 6 in game 5. Right? That's what we did last weekend. So that was just a little salt and
So you think we're going to have Lance starting?
I think Lance is absolutely going to start. Jimmy's got a chip bone in his finger.
You're someone that just put that out on Twitter. I mean, there's no proof of that yet.
Oh no, Shanahan said it. Shanahan said it
When?
was worse than they thought. He said it today.
Today?
Yeah, in his presser today. He
Oh,
said
Chip
that
Bone.
because they just announced it yesterday, right? So in his presser today, he said that it was worse than they had initially thought, and
Well, if
he
it's a
didn't
Chip
go.
Bone, he can't play.
Yeah, he can't play. He's not going this week. Which means
But I heard it was all they really have is that it was a sprain,
yeah, no, they know
which can be a tear.
it is
A
a tear.
sprain is a tear.
He's got torn
A
ligaments.
tear is a sprain. Yeah.
Yep. So, and I mean, having had them, I know how painful a sprain is. It can be worse than a broken finger or a broken limb. So, yeah, it's rough, but I mean, that's why you have backup quarterbacks. That's why you have backup players, right? Our backup defensive backs last weekend did a great job.
Well, he's had a almost what would have been a one game short of a full season last year
Yeah,
of working and getting ready. So
yeah. And this season, I mean, actually, Shanahan also said that this past month, these past 4 weeks, or the month of December, he says that Trey has looked the best he's looked all season long. And
well, isn't that the idea? Is it
Yeah,
each progressive week you look better than you did the week before?
problem is he's only playing against the
He's playing against first team.
no, he hasn't played against first team yet. He is this week.
He hasn't played with them. He's played against them.
No, he hasn't been playing.
He's been playing the other team's quarterback.
Yeah.
So he's playing against our first team defense.
Yeah. Well, I can go by as what Shanahan said today, and what Shanahan said was he hasn't played with the starters yet, but that they're
he hasn't played with the starters, but he's played against the starters.
Okay. Well, either way,
the starter's just going to make it easier.
I hope so. But
he's been throwing to all the receivers.
Yeah. So, yeah, we'll just have to see. It's going to be an interesting weekend. I think the Niners win this game. But I think it's a touchdown. And a low scoring game. Over-unders 44 for this game. I think that's too high.
Okay, I'm gonna say that we're gonna score more points than they did against the Chargers.
Oh,
I'm looking at 45.
Really? So you think we're gonna light these guys up?
I think we're gonna just light the field up.
Well, I hope you're right. I mean, we're at home. We should have the crowd there, hopefully getting real loud. So everything's and we're better than this team. We are better than this team. I mean, the one thing that I can't lose track of is the fact that we're just a better team. We're just a better team.
Yes, we are.
We should just beat it. We should just go out there and beat it. Nothing soft. 4 quarters of hard football. No fourth quarter 45-yard passes to some guy just standing in the middle of the field wide open.
Yeah.
None of that stuff. That stuff's got to go away. So anyway.
So where are you going to watch the game, Rich?
Well, I think I'm going to head over to Heathen. It's got a name longer than I can remember, but I always just call it Heathen. It's in downtown Vancouver on Washington street. And who are you going to watch it with there, Gary?
I'm going to watch it with the 49er faithful, the Vancouver Niner Empire of Southwest Washington.
I'll be watching there too, and be looking forward to some new flags, some new logo flags, and some new hats, and so hey,
Yep,
we're
there's
gonna put
what they have,
Vancouver.
you have how many drawings?
Oh,
each
we
quarter?
we have 4 raffles, one after each quarter. We do 2 after each quarter, so that's 8 chances to go up to the raffle table and grab a gift of your choice. And for the 2-minute warning, we raffle off a jersey, and right now we have both the jerseys, so that's what will be available, a white one and a red one. And there'll be flags, there'll be plenty of stuff available, so it's a good time to come out, buy some raffle tickets, have a great meal, great food at Heathen, and enjoy the game with a bunch of faithful.
Sounds like a plan.
Yeah, I'm going to do it. Hopefully the snow will let us do it, right?
Yeah.
All right, Gary, I'm done.
You know, without a history, you don't have a future.
That's right. That's right.
So go Niners, and I'm going to show off my jersey.
Oh, look at that. Is that a trade jersey?
Not quite.
Yeah, it's a little older
Jeff
than that,
Garcia.
huh? Jeff
A
Garcia.
little shorter than Trey.
Yeah, a little
Anyway,
shorter, a lot
Go
skinnier.
Niners, and we'll see you guys at the Heathen.
We'll see y'all. Go Niners. Thanks, Gary. Bye-bye.